Grand risings like a can of biscuits. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. It is Monday, honey. It is Monday, 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 honey. Okay. It is Monday, 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 Monday. I hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful Monday, honey. We got a couple things that we are going to discuss here on the platform, on the channel. We're going to talk about Mr. Tendonism. We're going to talk about the back and forth between Kenya and Brit Eady. We're going to be talking about the Austin pow-powing that happened the other night. And then we are also going to be talking about some other stuff as well. But those are the main sources of what we're talking about this morning. Okay? This morning ting. So again, I hope you guys are doing well. We're also going to, of course, talk about, all of the heavy things that are going on with our nation as well. So y'all come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on and have a seat at the table, child. Excuse me. Come on and have a seat at the table. Have a seat at the table. But before I get too far up into my commentary this morning, can I ask y'all a question? Did y'all go around there and look at my video yesterday? Did y'all see my cooking up mess with Chef DonDon video yesterday? Look, I'm telling y'all, I am really trying my best to pivot and move in a different direction. I'm gonna still do my hot topic lives, but I hope that you guys like the concept of these cooking videos. Because first of all, they ain't easy to edit. That's the first thing. And then second of all, they ain't easy to film either. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I do see a lot more interactions on these videos versus like if I just put a cooking video up, you know, everybody tend to like this particular format better. So we're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna keep it coming. I do have to do butter. Gotta do some homemade butter and buttermilk for you guys, and some other stuff. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yesterday was such a busy day. Yesterday I was supposed to go live again to do Bell Collective. We had the cooking class. Then I turned around. I went to church. Then we did the cooking class. Then I turned around. I had to do some stuff for nephew, and then child. It is yesterday was a rough day. It felt like a weekday yesterday. Okay, it felt like a weekday. But let me speak to y'all, and then we're gonna get into it. Yes, I went to church yesterday. I did, sure did. I had to go praise the Lord. Okay, He's been blessing me, and my feet got light and things like that. So All right. So good morning, Mama B's. Good morning, Mama V. Good morning, Miss. I know you're gonna get sick of me saying your name because I be feeling like I'm saying it wrong. Miss Ophila. Am I saying that right? Lord, I know you're gonna be sick of me. But anybody that know I will butcher a name, and it is not intentional. Hey, Mocha Drop, what's going on, boo? Hey, Miss Felicia, DDS, good morning. Miss Adrian, good morning. Miss Shan, good morning. Miss Shan, good morning. Good morning, baby Cake One. Good morning, Terry. I see you. Good morning, CC Grown Woman. Don't try me. Let's see what's up in here. The side I say, good morning. Miss Tanya, what's going on? Did you, I don't think you DM'd me. But I'm so glad that you had some safe travels and things like that. And we are still lifting your family up in prayer as you guys navigate this loss. So prayers out to you, my love. 79 wishes. Good morning, Natty. I see you. Good morning. Evolutionary Queen. I know that's right. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, C Major. Good morning, that lady 1982. Good morning. I see y'all up in here this morning. Period. Okay. If I did, I think I spoke to everybody. If I didn't, let me scroll back up, child. I ain't got time to be missing. Miss Shelley. Good morning. Okay. I don't want to miss nobody. All right. Good morning, everybody. So let's go ahead and get into the things of the thing. I ain't getting into nothing until okay. Here we go. I did not make it. What's up, Omar? What's up, Omar? Y'all give it up for Omar. We ain't seen Omar in a minute. He's back. Hey, Miss Ella. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nurse Janae. I did not make it to the cooking class. A drunk driver rammed into my daughter's friend home. Thank God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am praying. I'm glad that they are okay. My Jesus. Listen, I told y'all how I feel about that drunk driving stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd be feeling like too many damn car services and resources out here for folk to be driving drunk. Okay? Too many for folk to be driving drunk out here. Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the things. Let's get into the things. I got a question for y'all. I cannot. I had to take a break from all the social media, so I'm back a little bit. Well, you need to be back a lot of it. But no, I understand. Okay, so let me ask y'all a quick question. So, say y'all flying and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and the plane land. Do it not annoy everybody up in here that, or you may be one of these people, as soon as the plane land, everybody hopping up like they finna get the hell off the plane? Where you going? You're not going nowhere till they open up that door. You're not going nowhere. Sit down. Sit down. Am I the only one that when I fly and folk get up, as soon as the plane hit the daggone runway, they standing. Girl, where is you going? You can't go nowhere. Sit your ass down. Am I the only one that bothers? I just be like, y'all popping like popcorn, just popping up. Girl, where you going? Where you going, girl? Where you going? Okay, they ain't even opened the door yet. Okay, the flight attendant still got their seatbelt on. What is you doing? Flight attendant still strapped in, and y'all hopping up like popcorn, like you finna go somewhere. Sit down, and then y'all be in the whale in the back standing up. Where you going? Where? Hey, where you going? Sit down. Sit down. You can't go nowhere. Talk on somewhere. What are you doing? Y'all, they be wearing me out on the plane when they be doing that. I hate it with a passion. Because girl, where are you going? Anyway, I saw a video and it reminded me of that. You ain't going nowhere. Sit down. All right. Okay, so I want to start off by giving, accolades to the people. Y'all know the NAACP awards was Saturday. Great way, I think, to end Black History Month. And y'all know what happened to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy down to that award show where they said that, and you know what, the crazy, hey IPV, crazy thing is I haven't spoke on this particular situation where they are trying to blame it and say that it was a Tourette's moment, it was a Tourette syndrome moment. Girl, I don't believe it, not one bit. I really don't. But again, this is why it's important for us to support our Black owned or Black award shows that are designated for Black folks, because for them to justify it the way that they have justified it, or the statements that they put out, the BBC playing the whole entire thing, all of that, I'm not gonna believe that was no damn Tourette syndrome. I'm not gonna believe that whatsoever. I call cap. I do. I call cap on that. I think that is straight up bullshit. The man knew what he was saying. He said it from his guts. That was not no Tourette's. It didn't sound like no Tourette's to me. I think y'all are full of shit. But this is my next question. Are they are the black people planning on still going to over there to that award show? What y'all gonna do? Because this is what I want to know. When y'all stop attending stuff that ain't shit to us, it don't mean nothing to us. They degrade us. They do whatever they want to do with us. They want to be us. They want to be like us, but they don't want the smoke that comes along with being black, right? They copy our trends. They copy everything. We have already said we are the blueprint that they wish that they were. I've always said that. We are the blueprint that their asses wish that they were. Okay. And I think in these situations, this is why it is important to support black award shows. I just was on Ashley Miller. I know some of you guys follow Ashley Miller. Let me pull up this tweet. She had made mention about award shows and the award shows that she misses that we no longer have on the air. And my thing is, if y'all don't start supporting these places, and not just y'all as viewers or whatever, but I'm talking about these stars too. Don't get too big to where you can't attend the award shows. Okay, hold on. Let me get to this tweet because this was really interesting to me. I retweeted it. Let me go to my retweets. Okay. So she had made a mention. She said, I miss Black Girls Rock and Lady of Soul Awards. And if y'all don't know, Lady of Soul and the Soul Train Awards, the same thing. So I said I missed them all. I missed them all. The Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards, Black Girls Rock, Trumpet Awards, the BET Honors, the Source Awards, so many award shows, so many things that we no longer have. The celebration of gospel. You can say what you want, but gospel music is gospel music, and we really don't have anything celebrating gospel music. And that's why I always say, because I heard somebody say at one point, well, y'all don't really have anything. Gospel don't really have anything because of all the people that are in. Miss me with that shit. Because the hip hop and rap girls do the same thing, and so it's no different. We just don't have those things anymore because people weren't supporting them. Let's just call it what it is. People were not supporting those things. So when you don't support, guess what happens? It just doesn't happen like it should. So again, y'all, the importance of supporting the NAACP, the NAACP, the NAACP, and supporting the BET Awards. And I know we have high critiques on the BET Awards every year. We have high critiques on the BET Awards every year. But shout out to everybody who be behind the scenes producing. Shout out to all of the people that show up to the BET Awards. Shout out to everybody who buys a ticket for the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? Again, we do have our critique, but we must keep watching in order to keep having these things. You know what I mean? So, of course, Ryan Coogler and Delroy came out at the NAACP. They did address what happened. And again, it's just important that we all, it's important that we all support in any way that we possibly can. So shout out to Ryan Coogler, shout out to Michael B. Jordan, shout out to Delroy, shout out to, everybody in that. Also, Michael B. Jordan definitely gave where he accepted an award in Chadwick Boseman's honor. I thought that was super dope as well. And Sinners is getting recognized all the way around. Ryan Coogler is getting recognized. I love seeing it. And I hope that this was an eye-opener, y'all. I hope that this was an eye-opener. They don't care shit about us. Don't care nothing about us. They'll take our blueprint. And try to use it, but they don't care nothing about us. So again, shout out to them for that. Also to Viola Davis, Annalise damn Keating. Let me tell you something, Viola Davis. Girl, didn't nobody tell you to get up there and do no speech like you did. That was a beautiful, beautiful speech. Shout out to Viola Davis. Oh my God, it's so many people that I could shout out. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor looked so good. Tiana Taylor is that girl. I don't care what y'all say. Some folk cannot like her, but Mama is always working. She's always doing her big one. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. Shout out to oh my God, so many people, man. Cardi B. Cardi B won all 4 awards. Shout out to Don Lemon. Don Lemon won all 4 of the categories that he was nominated for. Again, I just like seeing Black excellence, man. And it's not just me saying that. This is something that I really, really like, and I love to see. So if you guys have not seen clips from the NAACP awards, please go check those out. Hey, good morning, Ty. Good morning, Miss Denise. Good morning, Miss Felicia. Make sure y'all go check them out, okay? All right, moving on. All right, now this is just in. Black excellence is beautiful. You better talk about it, Mocha Drop. Black excellence is beautiful, and when our Black people realize that, baby, we'll be good. Now, Bill Cosby, this is just in. Bill Cosby is attempting to prevent Janice Dickinson, Andrea Constant, and several other accusers from testifying in his upcoming civil trial, according to court documents. The embattled entertainer is seeking a bar witness testimony and block what the filings describe as evidence of actual misconduct allegations from Barbara Bowman, Teresa Picking, and others. All right. In the court papers, Cosby argues that material should be excluded because it relates to prior alleged crimes that were ultimately uncharged. The upcoming trial stems from a lawsuit filed by Donna Motzinger, hopefully I said that right, who claims that Cosby rugged and R-worded her in 1972 while she was working as a server at the restaurant in California, Saludo, California. In her suit, Motzinger alleges that Cosby gave her a pill she believed was aspirin. According to the complaint, Motzinger says that she felt off after taking the pill and woke up the next day in her bed wearing only her underwear. In a deposition tied to the lawsuit, Cosby admitted to that he refilled a he refilled a prescription that he obtained from a gynecologist at a poker game 7 times with the intention of giving the pill to women for X. Oh, Lord, Bill. He also stated that he never took a single pill in himself. Cosby previously served nearly 3 years in prison for aggravated indecent assault before being released in 2021 after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction on procedural grounds. What y'all feel about this? Leave that poor man alone. Janice just mad no one called her Tyra, so she gotta do something. Child, listen. Well, one thing about it, the trial is coming up. The trial is definitely coming up. So I don't know, y'all. She ain't stopped. Janice ain't stopped. Janice ain't stopped yet. I don't know, y'all. Janice, they say go sit your ass down somewhere, Janice. That's what they said. That's what the people said. That's what Omar said. Omar said, Janice, go sit your wrinkly ass down somewhere. That's what Omar said. Janice, go sit your wrinkly ass down. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's move on. It said go sit your wrinkly ass down somewhere. Just like that too. Yeah, go sit your wrinkly ass down somewhere. That's what they said. That's what Omar said. Okay, so let me get into some other things, honey. Let's get into some other things. Y'all, now the internet is going in on Super Scent. Okay, the internet is going in on Super Sin. Y'all know who Super Sin is, don't it? The one with the lips. What was her thing? Lipstick something. What was it called? Lipstick paint, lipstick, lipstick paint your face, something like that. Whatever Super Sin business is. So the people are online upset with Super Sin. And let me just tell y'all why the people is upset with Super Sin. Crayon case. Thank you so much, JM Lee. I couldn't remember. Thank y'all so much. I knew it was something about painting your face. Okay, so Super Sin. I'm gonna just read this to y'all. A la carte promo options. The people's is going crazy over this. Okay, so for $2,000, you get one story post. For $4,000, you get a page post. For $5,000, you get a testimonial reel. For $7,000, you can get a live stream with Super Sin. Three-way packages. For $8,000, it includes posts on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Posts do not have to go live on the same day, but must be published within 14 days of the first post. And for $25,000, you can get 4 reels in 30 days. You can get 4 stories, 24-hour posts, and 1 live stream. All right. And yeah, that's what she's over there doing. Super Sim. Listen, I ain't mad at you about your prices or nothing like that, because that's your business. Okay. That's your business. You know, however you see fit. However you see fit. Okay. Listen. I always say this. I say this about Prima Donna too. That Prima Donna is the one who was selling them gumbos in that little bag or whatever, and she also had that turkey that was like $700 for Christmas, right? Super Sin, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, your prices are your prices, and I'm always gonna respect the hustle. I'm always gonna respect the hustle. Either I can pay it or I can't pay it. And let me just tell you something, honey. I wouldn't be able to pay it. Okay, but if this is what you choose to do, that's on you. I guarantee you, somebody's gonna buy it. Somebody gonna buy it. Somebody gonna buy it. So you know what I'm saying? I knew that, and because when we talking business, y'all, when we talking business, you should have a marketing budget. You should have a marketing budget. You should have a budget for promo. You should have a budget for all these things. But chances are most black businesses don't have this type of budget. $7,000, $8,000, $25,000 a month for a budget or one occurrence. Yeah, no, for me, again, this wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't work for me. But again, I'm quite sure that somebody is paying Super Cent to do this. I guarantee you that. Promotion is not exclusive to for one business okay, so promotion is exclusively for one business for the duration of the contract. No cross promotion of other brands or businesses allowed. Um, the purchasing business retain retains rights to all purchase promo material. A non-disclosure agreement to protect both the brand and the influencer. Final post visibility. The last post will remain active for 30 days. Promo content will only be posted after business representatives approve it. Again, those are your prices. And if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I respect the hustle. That's one thing about me. I'm not ever going to second guess anybody's prices. I'm not going to second guess anybody's hustle. It just ain't meant for me. Period. And it's probably not meant for a lot of black businesses, especially small black businesses that are just getting started. I guarantee you, because you don't make any money within your first couple of years in business, you don't have a budget of 8,000 to 25,000. See, a lot of people just don't understand business. You just starting off, you're not making money for yourself or for any other type of budgets outside of keeping your business running in the first couple of years. So for a lot of smaller businesses, this is not the ideal thing. So I think that this is meant for people who probably are established, probably just need somebody to help them with their marketing. They have a budget set aside specifically for that. I think that's what this is for. I don't really think this is for everybody. And again, I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle. I respect the product totally, but girl, the cost of promo, yeah. I mean, you know, I see some of these other people online. They'll put up a story and they'll be like, "Hey, I'll promote your business for $7,000 for this." It do be weird, but again, I can guarantee you that for smaller businesses that are not really making that profit just yet, they don't have a budget set aside for marketing that sweeps that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here for it. I know who Super Sin is. I know exactly who she is. I know exactly who she is. And please understand something. I'm not talking down on Super Cent. I'm not talking down on her hustle. I'm just saying and it's a conversation that's going around right now. But I think again for smaller businesses, this is just not the ideal thing. And I think I see a lot of smaller business owners that are responding to this. And so again, I think it is real. I think it could be helpful, but helpful to people who are already established. That's what I say about that. But again, Super Set, keep making your money, honey. Keep doing whatever you got to do because I know that there are people that are going to. Oblige to it, and they are gonna pay for it. And so I'm not mad, but it is chatter online, so I thought I'd bring it up. All right, so um let's get into some other news, y'all. In case if y'all did not know, there was a powing in Houston, not in Houston, in Austin over the weekend on 6th Street. Now, y'all, I had to come up here and clear this up because I said yesterday it was probably one of the normal suspects, but child, be damned if the man was black. The man was black, y'all. The man was black. So he made me eat my words with that one. Okay. He made me eat my words with that one. Now, the other powing that happened yesterday, he most definitely was not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, he was a white man. Okay. So yeah. But there was definitely a powing over in Austin over the weekend. A pretty severe powing. I thought I saved the post. Oh Lord. Okay. So 3 people were unalived and 14 were hospitalized, and 2 of the 14 were in critical condition. Last that it was reported they were in critical condition. I'm not sure of their condition as of now. So a total of 17 people were threatened throughout this entire, or not threatened, but um, 17 people either passed away or were injured due to this powering. And it was a black man. He is now. I'm not sure if he unalived himself or he got unalived. I can't really remember. Let me hold on. Let me see if I can find that post really quick because I couldn't remember if they said they unalived him or if he just surrendered. Give me 1 second. I know they caught him though. And can somebody put AI in the chat so that I can talk my next story about AI? Okay, so the man is dead, y'all, according to the post. The man is dead. They did. I thought so. I thought so. They did. The police did unalive him. Absolutely. Okay, the police did unalive him. Um, it's just crazy that wherever you go, you just gotta have you gotta have your thank y'all, I appreciate y'all. You gotta have your good eyes on wherever you go. You gotta be able to check your surroundings. It's crazy out here, man. It is so crazy out here. Okay. All right, so that happened in Austin, child. That happened in Austin, child. Today, I guarantee you, these Republicans in office that sit in office in Texas, they're gonna work my nerves today. I already see it. They're gonna work my nerves today. I promise you. Tomorrow is election day. Okay, Texas primary election day is tomorrow, y'all. If you did not get an opportunity to early vote and you are in Texas, I need you to put your drawers on. I need you to put your clothes on. I need you to do your hair. I need you to whip it up, get you a little quick French roll. I don't know what you need to do, but you need to get down there to those polls. That's what you do need to do. Okay? Now, if I could tell y'all something, I'm so aggravated with people telling folks not to vote or that they vote don't count. Can I tell you something, bitch? You are the reason why we are in the position that we are in right now. I am sick of you ignorant bastards going around telling everybody your vote don't really count. You ignorant black, and it's black folks. So I want to talk to the black people. Let me talk to y'all ignorant, selfish asses really quick, okay? You are the reason why we are in the position that we are in right now, because you want to tell everybody that their voice is not being heard, that they should not go vote. I can't stand that ignorant shit. And yesterday I had to post a post on my stories. I am so tired of y'all trying to encourage other people not to vote, not to be in the know of what's going on. Not like, are you ignorant? When you don't vote, guess what? You vote for this current orange man that is in office. I always say this: vote to clear your conscience. Vote to clear your conscience. Because the thing about it is, you know how people feel right now? Oh, I voted for Kamala Harris. I voted Democrat. I voted all the, okay, so everybody can say that right now, right? Everybody can say that right now. But then you get your uneducated ass online, literally telling everybody that they should not be voting. Well, if you don't vote, guess what? Guess what? You not voting is why this man is in office currently right now. You are part of the problem. Get your lazy ass up, register to vote, and register to vote right now before they change everything. Because, and for those of you that keep saying the war, if there's a war, it's going to cancel the midterm elections. No, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make every person in the United States re-register to vote. See, oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to stand up and talk this talk real quick, because I feel my help coming on. I feel my help coming on. Okay, see, because I gotta pace the flow just a little bit as I talk about this. Okay, because this is how passionate I am about this. I want y'all to understand what they are trying to do with these new voter rules. The new voter rules aren't just that you got to show that you are a U.S. citizen. They are also doing this to where every person, even if you are currently registered to vote, you are going to have to re-register. Do you know how many people that can't get access to their birth certificates? Do you know how many people that don't have a fucking passport? And y'all think that it's a read that people don't have a passport. There are certain documentations that you have to have in order to get a passport. Some people don't have matching documents. So when we talk about these things, what we are talking about the lower class people, or maybe even the middle class people who don't have the time to take off work to go get these documents, who don't have matching documents, where your ID, you change your ID, you renewed your license, and it doesn't match your birth certificate as far as the last name on your birth certificate. See, I need y'all to stop being ignorant. This type of stuff really aggravates me. Stop being ignorant. Look this stuff up. Research this stuff. Do you know they are going to make you re-register to vote? If this passes, they are going to make you re-register to vote. And you have to re-register and show that you are a U.S. citizen. And that means that you have to show a either a birth certificate or you have to show your dadgum passport. Do y'all know how hard that is for some people? And this is why I say I get irritated when people say, you ain't got no passport, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. It may be a specific reason why they don't. But we should be so quick to judge people. Exactly, the elders. What's up, my trenches? What's going on? What's going on? Exactly, elderly people. People who were not born at a hospital, they don't have access to their birth certificates. So then people wonder, well, why are people fighting against the new voter right rules? This is why. This is literally why. It's going to be so many people misplaced and not able to vote. And then you got ignorant bitches out here telling people that they vote don't matter and that it don't count. You know what that tells me? That if they put these new rules in place, most people are not going to oblige by these rules. If you're not going out and voting right now, where voter registration, all you got to do is fill out a form. Thank you, Miss Tiffany. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, my birth certificate prevented me from getting the real ID because they spelled my name wrong. When it's something that simple, you got to go through monsters of paperwork to get that stuff fixed. And sometimes it won't even be fixed in this lifetime. So I really am irritated by seeing so many black people, and that's all I'm concerned about right now. Seeing so many black people. You see the odds are stacked against us consistently. And y'all have the nerve to literally tell people not to vote. I literally just told this lady yesterday. It was this yesterday or the day before on Instagram. She was talking about, she said something. There's this lady in Houston. Her name is Dr. Candace Matthews, right? And she be cussing them people out. She be cussing these folks out. She be telling the truth though, right? So it was under her comments where they were talking about people in the city being elected. And the lady comes up under the comments and says, see, this is why black folks say F voting. I told her, I said, if you ain't got down to that poll for early voting, get your ass down there on Tuesday, girl, and shut up with all of this nonsense. Y'all stop spreading that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it because you are misinforming people when you say that your vote doesn't matter. You're misinforming people. If you don't vote, you are the reason why we are in this place that we are in now. Get your tails out there to those voting booths. When primaries come up in your state, in your county, you make sure you're down there and you are doing what you need to do. But for my black people, if you don't vote, that's your business. But don't come out here encouraging other people not to vote because your ignorant ass don't vote. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. Okay? You can kiss my ass and get glad about it. Okay? I am going to stand firm on the fact that you all need to go ahead and vote. Vote, vote, vote. And when you have an early election in your area, you make sure you go out and early vote. Period, point blank. And I'm going to always keep y'all updated. Thank you for becoming a member. I'm going to always keep you guys updated on what is going on. There are other people that keep you guys updated on what's going on. But this whole rule of everybody having to re-register to vote, I knew it was a caveat to this, where people saying, oh, well, you just got to show your passport and you just got to show that you're a U.S. citizen. No. I knew that there was more to this. I knew it was more to it. Now, they are literally telling everyone that they are going to have to re-register to vote all over again. In some states, you're able to go online and pay a fee and get your birth certificate mailed to you. In some states, that's not a possibility. In some states, you have to actually go down to the courthouse where they give out the birth certificate. And if your name is misspelled, you're shit out of luck. Y'all know how old folk got to go back. It used to have to go back. I don't know if they still do, but Y'all know how old folks used to have to go back and forth. No shade to the old people. But y'all know how they used to have to go back and forth to the Social Security Administration when one little thing was wrong. That's what y'all gonna have to do with this voter stuff. Think I'm playing. Keep going. Keep on. Keep on. I'm telling y'all. But this is what I do want to say. For Texas, I appreciate Texas for showing out the way that Texas has showed out for voting. And I hope that y'all really show out tomorrow. I really do. I hope y'all show out tomorrow. Y'all have done done great things. Okay. Yeah, everybody is going to have to re-register to vote. Even if you are registered to vote right now, if this passes, you are going to have to re-register to vote, and you are going to have to show your passport or your birth certificate. And if they don't match, you won't be able to register. To some people, that may not sound like a big deal, but you have to think about other people. You got to think about the fact that some people have lost their jobs. Some people, $120 to you may not mean much, or 100 is however much it is to get a passport. 160, whatever, to expedite, whatever. The thing is, it may not mean much to you because you may still be working, but there are some people that are no longer working. There are some people that don't have access to get to these places, and then you got to do all this ripping and running. Then let's just say you got to catch an Uber to do all this ripping and running. Girl, who got $40, $50 to rip and run across town with an Uber? See, people, y'all are just not thinking about the long term. Y'all not thinking about everybody else. It's just like, let's just think about us and let's keep it moving. This is why I appreciate Jasmine Crockett, because Jasmine Crockett fights for all of her people, not just black people, but she fights for everybody. And this is something that she has been saying for the longest, y'all. But folks don't want to hear it because it's Jasmine Crockett. But y'all already know I voted for Jasmine Crockett, honey. We already know what the T is. Did. Okay. I actually enjoyed voting this time. The ballot was a little strong. It was strong, but I enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So y'all, please make sure that you vote. Make sure that you vote. All right. Make sure that you vote. Since my ID and birth certificate don't match, but I have my marriage license too, so I wonder, don't I have to go through? Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have to go through this mess because, believe it or not, Omar, a marriage license ain't gonna get you nowhere as far as this goes. That's the irritating part, right? They have documents on there that are like secondary documents that help you get your birth certificate and stuff like that, but they specifically want a birth certificate or your passport. That's it. You know how sometimes places, when they want you to have certain stuff, they'll give you like secondary documents that you can bring? None of that other stuff work. They either want a birth certificate or a passport. That's it. All you're saying makes it a poll tax and unconstitutional, but them folks gonna be quick. I mean, they are absolutely. That's just what it is. I think, realizing that I agree, but hey, we here. I vote early every time because I always work the election. Shout out to Arnett for working the election. Real ID at Chef. No, you cannot show no real ID. They don't give them. They only want birth certificate and passport. Real ID doesn't matter. You need a real ID now anyway, but your real ID is not going to cover you. That's not. They're saying that is not a form of. That's not a form of you saying that you're here. So no, the real ID won't work. What's a real ID and how do I get one of those? My ID. Okay, so the real ID on the Texas driver's license, the real ID, well, on all the driver's licenses, it's a star that's up in the. Where is my driver's license? It's up in the top right hand corner of the. Speaking of this, I do need to renew my license. I like Texas platform because Texas platform allow you to do this stuff online now, where before they used to make you come into the thing. Okay, so it's a star up at the top right hand corner. and it makes it a real ID. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but the real ID was supposed to be in effect back in 2000, like 2019, 2018, 19. So they've been talking about this real ID for some years now. But I think when the pandemic happened, it postponed some stuff. And so now I think it was last year that they made the real ID something that you have to have in order to travel, in order to, approach any like federal buildings. Because, sometimes federal buildings and different places scan your driver's license or scan your ID. In some federal buildings, if you don't have a real ID, you can't get in. You need the real ID. You need the real ID. They're gonna make it hard for you if you don't. They'll make it hard for you if you don't. So get your real ID. Get your real ID. And you probably can just, Omar, try renewing online. Try like renewing your ID online. They might tell you have to step in, but if they let you do it online, I'm trying to remember. No, I had to go in to get my real ID. Yeah, I had to go in to get my real ID. I had lost my ID. This was around, so it says it was issued in 2019. So I lost my ID in 2019, and I ended up having to, because the DMV was super, super packed in my home city. So I had to drive like an hour away to go to a different place. And that's how I got my ID. But I don't think you can do it online. If you already had your real ID and you needed to renew it, you could do it online. But I think in order to get it, I think they're gonna make you go in. But try it online just to see what it do. It's a gold star. Yes. Then you got a real ID already. If you got that gold star up in the top right hand corner, right up under the USA Texas thing, then that means you got it. But again, if you need to renew it after you already have it, then you can renew it online. And I think the scan it certain places maybe. Yeah. They scan it in certain places. Like your now I know people don't think that this matters, because I don't really think that the liquor store actually cares if you have a real ID or not. But they scan your ID. They scan your IDs at a lot of places. Anytime they ask pretty much for your ID, they scanning it. It was issued in 2023. You good there. You good. And you're not up for renewal until what? 2020, 2030? 2031? Oh, look, I knew it before you even typed it in the chat. I knew it. See? I know how Texas operate, honey. I know how Texas operate. I knew it. So yeah, make sure, guys, again, that you do get your real ID. It is necessary to get your real ID. What's going on, P&2 Ross? What's going on? So y'all, we had got down the rabbit hole because I'm so sick of hearing people say don't go vote. Your vote don't matter. Your vote don't count. Get your lazy ass with some clothes on and get down there to that damn voting booth. Shut up. All right, moving on. I know y'all about to think I'm crazy, don't it? All right, hopefully y'all hit that like button. What the lights looking like? Okay, y'all hitting that like button. Keep hitting that like button. Don't forget. Treasurer, what's our goal for today? What's our goal for today? I got plenty of stories to get into, so let's do it. Okay, so Los Angeles police officer has been charged with felony insurance fraud after he was caught skydiving while on disability leave. I be damn. Dang, girl, not they getting you for insurance fraud because you was over there skydiving. Child, that is a fool. Okay, so a Los Angeles police officer is facing a felony insurance fraud charge after authorities say that he was caught skydiving while collecting disability benefits. I be there. According to prosecutors, the officer had been on disability leave, claiming to suffer from injuries that limited his ability to work. However, an investigation was launched after evidence surfaced allegedly showing him participating in recreational skydiving activities during the same period that he was receiving benefits. Investigators say that is crazy. Investigators say that the nature of the skydiving raised serious questions about the legitimacy of his injury claim. Surveillance and documentation reportedly confirmed multiple jumps. He didn't just jump once, honey. He jumped multiple times, promoting the case or prompting the case to be referred to criminal prosecution. The officer has since been charged with felony insurance fraud. If convicted, he could face significant legal penalties, including fines and potential prison time. The Los Angeles Police Department has not publicly commented on potential internal actions. However, officials confirm the matter remains under review. I'll be there. Sir, sir, sir. And I mean, the picture that they got on here, yeah. Sir was definitely skydiving. He was definitely skydiving. He was definitely skydiving. When y'all gonna stop taking these folk funds and lying to them, to the government and stuff? Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on being dumb. Okay? Keep on being dumb. Now, this is in good news because I was wondering where this story was going to take us. Now, a Tennessee woman was awarded more than $277,000 after a jury found Dollar General violated the Americans with Disability Act by firing her for drinking orange juice during diabetic emergencies. But that ain't the kicker part, y'all. Here's the kicker part. Linda Atkins, who has type 2 diabetes and relies on daily insulin, experienced an attack. While working alone in 2011 and 2012, to quickly raise her blood sugar without leaving the register unattended, she drank orange juice from the store's cooler and paid for it afterwards each time. Atkins said that she informed her manager about both incidents and requested permission to keep juice near the register in case of future emergencies, but her request was denied. After a loss prevention manager questioned her about the juice and asked for a written statement, she was terminated. A jury awarded Atkins $27,000 in back pay and $250,000 in compensatory damages, totaling $277,565.44. Child, that's what y'all get for playing with that lady. I always wondered about that story. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. If y'all got sugar problems, orange juice and peppermints is always something to keep drinking your orange juice. She paid for it. Even if it was after she paid for it, maybe she didn't have enough strength to slide her card or whatever the case may be in order to pay for it right then and there. So she paid for it. So don't even matter. If she gave y'all the money, that's okay. Dollar General, pay up. And there ain't no payment plan. Pay her that whole $277,000 in her bank account. Ain't no payment plan. And you got my bank account information from my direct deposits. Don't play with me. Just put that money in my account. See, this administration that is in office now, they can fire you for anything. Well, Texas can fire you for anything anyway. There's a lot of states that can just fire you for anything, but yeah, Coke will rise your blood sugar. I just know a lot of people that are diabetics. They don't really drink Coke and stuff like that, but that is true. They help raise your blood pressure up. It'll help raise your blood pressure up. But get you some of them mints, the long peppermints. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. The long peppermint stick candies. Keep them. My mama used to keep them all the time by her bed. She used to keep a little refrigerator by her bed as well. Because a lot of times I wouldn't know that she was having like sugar issues She would like sweat real bad and stuff like that. I remember the first time that happened, and I had called my aunt on the phone, and she was like, "Hurry up and give her some mints, give her some juice, give her some something." That was some scary shit right there. I never will forget that. But anyway, y'all take good care of y'all bodies, please. Please take good care of y'all bodies. Don't let these white folk come. Baby, one thing about it, if something had happened to you on that job, say that lady died on her job, they would have her replaced in 10 minutes. So please, please be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Where was this at? I can't remember. Where was this at? Tennessee. Tennessee is an at-will state. My aunt would keep oranges and OJ in stock. Yep. Y'all take care of y'all bodies, please. All right, so in sad news, y'all, a 1-year-old child was found alive inside an impounded vehicle at a tow yard in Metro Detroit on Saturday. The car was reportedly impounded on yesterday. Now, a police investigation is underway in Metro Atlanta after a 13-month-old child was discovered alive inside a vehicle that had already been towed and impounded at a private tow yard in Michigan. According to the police, officers were called to the tow yard on Saturday morning after someone reported seeing the infant inside an impounded car. The child was taken for medical evaluation. What makes the incident especially alarming is that East Point police say that the vehicle was not on their department. Was not one of their department had dealt with before the report came in a statement quoted by Fox 2 Detroit. The department said that it was working with local agencies to determine how the vehicle ended up in impound and under what circumstances it was towed. Police also noted that the vehicle had been towed from another city. CBS Detroit reported that the car was located at Woods Towing and Services lot on Lexington Avenue near East 9 Mile Road, and that authorities were still trying to pin down where the vehicle was originally towed from. CBS also reported that the Detroit Police Department 9th Precinct is investigating the circumstances around the incident. So, y'all, it sounds like, I wonder why the car was impounded or towed. They don't know. And it was impounded and towed from another city. So, you mean to tell me that 13-month-old baby was sitting in that car the whole time, that they were driving from another city? While officials have not publicly shared details about how long the child was inside the vehicle, the case remains urgent. The case raises urgent questions about safeguards at multiple points in towing and impounding processes. You know what? This reminds me of that other story. Remember, we talked about this story where that man allegedly was going inside to pick up his food, or maybe he was doing DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. And he had went in this place to pick up his food. And the tow man had pulled up and was getting ready to tow his car, or towed his car. Now, when I towed his car, his daughter was inside of the car. The daughter was inside of the car. And from my understanding, you ain't supposed to tow no car if somebody in it. Now, I don't know if that's the same rule in every state. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. They haven't really said who the vehicle's registered in. I'm assuming that they probably, once they get more details out, they'll let us know. But I thought that story was crazy, because I'm like, what in the hell? How we don't know how far that baby was riding in that car. None of that. That's crazy. All right, y'all. So prayers up. 3 of the U.S. soldiers have been unalived. 5 have been seriously injured in a drone attack on a U.S. military base in Jordan, as retaliation from Iran for unaliving their leader. Y'all do know that we are going through some tough situations. But I do got one thing to say. I am so confused by what they say is going on in Dubai. They say Dubai is safe, and then I hear that Dubai, they having this over here, this over here, and this over here. I do know for a fact that Larry Reid is over in Dubai and he actually went live, but I'm still confused because is these videos AI videos or what? I don't understand. I don't really understand. These videos that I'm seeing that stuff is going on over there in Dubai, I'm seeing stuff happening. And so I don't know. I'm so confused by Dubai specifically. But to our troops, to our military, y'all, we gotta pray for them. We gotta pray for them, y'all. Um, we gotta pray for them. We gotta pray for them. But one thing I want to say, Congress. I just told my sister yesterday, the folks over there at Congress, I want y'all to do y'all mother job. Okay? I'm sick of y'all too. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of the Supreme Court. I'm sick of all of y'all. Damn, do your job. As I get relatable information on who I am, I will pass it to you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're all living in a world of confusion. Yeah, it's just a lot going on, y'all. We just gotta stay prayed up for real, for real. We gotta stay prayed up. Cause it's just it's this is crazy. It is crazy to see, it's crazy to hear, it's crazy to see these different videos. It's crazy to see. I did see where one of those missiles, it was either a missile or a drone, had hit and the people were literally driving on the freeway and you could literally see the missile coming in. As it came in, you see it in the front of their camera and then you see it hit whatever it hit. And it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, y'all. We are living in a crazy time. But hey, to the people that said that don't vote, you not voting is the reason why we're here right now. I said it, who gonna check me about it? The reason why we're here right now is because your country ass said don't go vote. That's why we're here. Kamala Harris told y'all what was going to take place. Kamala Harris told y'all, but y'all didn't like her laugh. Y'all didn't like that the lady laugh. Y'all didn't like the lady do line dances. That was a problem. What president you know doing line dances? Really? She she ain't black. She black. She did. She did. That lady told y'all that Trump was going to have us in another war. As this man has set up on Twitter and all of these other places, till I'm talking about what Obama was going to do when Obama was in office. Bitch, we're here again. You told your MAGA nuts that there won't be another war. But the sad problem about it is, and MAGA is literally a cult because them people, they're going to find every way to justify this in every way. Wishing death upon the Americans that are visiting over there as well is absolutely absurd. Wishing death on people for visiting, going on vacation, or maybe even working over there. What's the problem? Somebody help me understand this. What's the problem with women basketball players going over there to play? Somebody tell me what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I have seen so many people on Instagram be down all up in these female basketball player that's that play overseas and stuff, wishing death on them. I'm just like, man, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up, y'all. So again, the importance of voting, it's important. Get your lazy ass up and go out there and vote. I want him to draft America's best and brightest, the MAGA nuts, children immediately, and we're not taking no doctor's notes. I'm so tired of his lies. That's all that man did was stand up there and lie the whole time. Now Now, in one breath, he did tell y'all what he was planning on doing, but in another breath, he told a bunch of lies. He told a bunch of lies. He told a bunch of lies. And I already told y'all, if we do end up getting another president, my thing is this right here. It's the new president, the person that's going to be the new president ain't going to be able to undo the stuff that this man has done within 2 terms. I promise you, they won't. Because people think it's just as easy to sign an executive order and move on about the business. No, no, no. No, no, no. This man has done a lot of stuff. And the next president, throughout their term, even if they get voted for a second term, is not going to be able to clear up all the bullshit that this man has done. And if you think it's a game, stick around and wait. I'm telling you, stick around and wait. We have to flip the Senate. We do. We have to flip the Senate. I agree. We have to flip the Senate. So I do. I've been telling people, please go vote. Please go vote. Please, man. I said the same thing yesterday to my best friend. Yeah, like it's not gonna be easy for whoever is in office to undo all of the things that this man has done. He's literally effed up the country. I mean, effed it up more than it already effed up. But y'all get into this, because this is insane. This is insane. Nebraska lawmakers passed bill lowering minimum wage for young workers. I have a feeling Texas is going to be blue, honey. I do. I have a strong feeling Texas is going to be blue. I have a strong feeling. Because Democrats is leading the race as far as like when we did early voting, Democrats is up in the race. But get into this, y'all. Get into this. Nebraska lawmakers passed a bill lowering minimum wage for young workers. Nebraska lawmakers have approved a bill that would lower the minimum wage for certain young workers from $15 an hour to $13.50 an hour. The measure creates a separate wage tier based on age, despite voters previously approving a gradual increase to a $15 statewide minimum wage. Supporters say that the change will help small businesses manage labor costs and create more entry-level job opportunities for teens. Critics argue that it goes against the will of voters and could unfairly target young workers who face many of the same financial pressures as adults. Several other states are reportedly consider similar litigation, signaling a growing national debate over young or youth wages and minimum wage policies. So my thing is, we shouldn't be lowering shit for nobody, okay? Okay. Like, we shouldn't be lowering nothing for nobody, because ain't nothing else out here coming down. The price of everything else ain't coming down. What we doing? I ain't here for that. It ain't my state, but I ain't here for that, because again, we should not be lowering nothing for nobody. Shit, stuff need to increase at this point. Child. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Child. Not y'all. Okay, so let's get into Kenya and Brit E, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm probably going to spend 2 minutes on this, okay? So Kenya Moore and Britt E. So Kenya Moore did a video yesterday. Let me just say this to Team Twirl. I just rather whatever going to happen. Listen, because y'all going to argue the people down. Y'all are going to argue the people down about the way that they feel about the situation with Kenya. We have read court documents. We done read court papers. She done came up here and pretty much said them court papers ain't right. Girl, okay, whatever. Kenya. Kenya girl, don't address nothing else about this salon and fight to get your salon back. Period. Point blank. Don't come out here explaining nothing to nobody. Just fight and do whatever you got to do to get your salon. Because the one thing about it is, I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. One thing I will say though, Kenya, you had consequences to what you did. Whether people feel like what she did was justifiable or whether they feel like what she didn't do was justifiable. Let me tell y'all how partners and how people work, right? When it comes to Kenya Salon, what she did, there was some big execs in that room, and I have always told y'all this from day one. I was invited to Kenya's grand opening. I didn't go because I was due in Atlanta the next day, and I wasn't about to pay to change my ticket to go a day early just to go to Kenya's event. Okay, I wasn't going to do that. But according to the people that were in the room, there were some major execs and major people that wanted to invest in Kenya and do a lot of different stuff. But instead, the situation of what she did, this is why I've always said she shouldn't have done this shit in front of those people, because again, you're going to look crazy at the end of the day. Because this is your grand opening. I will never make no grand opening about no bitch. It's all about me and me only. So what Kenya is trying to tell y'all, let me just say it in better terms for Kenya's purposes. Kenya is letting y'all know that she was due about $80,000 for doing renovations on the building that she's currently in. Okay. According to the landlord is saying that allegedly she stopped paying rent instead of paying what she's supposed to pay. Now, of course, I don't think we've seen the contract or anything like that, but it sounds like to me that it was supposed to be a reimbursement to Kenya. Kenya hasn't got her money, but she also didn't pay them their money. My thing with Kenya is this right here. Do everything you can. You got too many friends in the industry. You got too many friends. You got too much going on for you to end up losing this salon over some bull crap. Girl, instead of trying to make a moment, you should have been trying to get these investors and these people to actually really show you what it was like to have a salon. A salon is different from selling your products online or selling your products in the Sally's beauty supply store. And I'm not saying that Kenya can't come out here and tell her story, but she gotta be quiet. She gotta be quiet. Just allow it all to play out. Allow it to just do what it needs to do, and hopefully on the back end you're doing whatever you can to save your salon. But you ain't got to get up here and lie to the people, because that's literally what you're doing. You gaslighting and lying to the people, playing these ring around the rosy games when we have seen court documents, dog. So again, I know Team Twirl fights heavy for Kenya. I know y'all do. I know Team Twirl fights heavy for Kenya. And Team Twirl said Kenya gonna be all right. That could be true too. Kenya may be all right. But I wouldn't get out here and be discussing it, because again, any of that stuff could be used against you. So Kenya was smart as to put the that's a business move. If she's a consultant, any type of a lawyer or attorney or anything like that, they would have told her to put it in her LLC and not in her name. Yeah. All this could have been avoided had production not been messy and gaslighting folks, because this ain't the first time a pew-pew threat was made on RHOA. I can agree with that, but that don't separate Kenya from doing what she did. Kenya got to take full accountability, and I'm going to keep saying this. Kenya got to take full accountability for the actions that she made as well. So I feel like she could have handled it. Bravo wasn't going to do something about it. She could have went above Bravo. If NBC Universal wasn't going to do something, she could find somebody to speak. Just go through the proper chains instead of turning around and sabotaging your own freaking salon? That's never going to make sense to me. I'm never going to sabotage my salon. We can have another closed-in group event, and I lay your ass out at that group event. But I'm not going to ever put my business on the line, especially if you say you used your daughter's college fund to create this salon, and this is supposed to be for your daughter. This is supposed to travel on down the line or whatever, and this is what you choose to do. Kenya could have made smarter decisions, period, point blank. Period, point blank. Instead of trying to look for a moment on reality TV to become, girl, you're already iconic. We can't take that away from you. There's no reason for you to have created this moment. Like, that is crazy. They did say that the pictures, Brit did say that them pictures was for somebody else, but since we talking about Brit, that federal lawsuit, y'all, I'm just gonna say allegedly. I wonder if allegedly Britt Eady reached out to some bloggers or whatever, because what I'm trying to figure out is, y'all do know that she filed that federal lawsuit back in November of last year, and we also read it. We read Britt Eady's lawsuit. We read the first one and we read the second one. If y'all go through and look at my videos and you search Britt Eady, actually, if you go to my community wall, there's a video on my community wall that I reposted and said, I wonder why this is making its rounds again. Now, I do know that there are some content creators that regurgitate old information and make it seem like it's new when it ain't. I know that there are a lot of people that do that. However, Brit, it was February when that tea was dropped. So it had been 3 months already. We had already read that lawsuit. So you really think you eating when you say, oh, y'all is about to pay attention to that federal lawsuit, blah, 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 blah. That original lawsuit was never served to the people. Not only was the original lawsuit never served to the people, but it never even had a judge assigned to it. So again, I don't know what Britt Eady's motive is in regards to that, but it does look suspicious, and it looked like you might have reached out to some bloggers and was like, hey, talk about this. Because how strange did it come out on the same day? That came out on the same day that the season 17 trailer came out. You can't tell me she wasn't behind that in some kind of way, allegedly. Just my thoughts. So Kenya went live yesterday. Kenya said a bunch of nothing. I mean, I'm just being honest. She said a bunch of nothing. Brit Eady saying a bunch of nothing too. They both saying a bunch of nothing. Okay. Did Kenya file charges on Eady or attempt to get a restraining order against her? I don't know if she attempted to file charges, but I do know that she did say she went through the proper chains to Bravo, but Bravo didn't do anything about it. And that's why I said, well, Bravo didn't do nothing about it, I'd have went above Bravo. Bravo got to answer to somebody. NBC Universal got to answer to somebody. So I don't know what Kenya did actually, as far as like if she filed like a police report, filed charges. I don't know. Is she still divorcing her roommate? Their divorce is final. Their divorce been final. Their divorce been final now. A few months back, they were saying that he was around still, because I think his restaurant in New York or something like that closed. So I don't know. Let's see. I said it too because the ones who saw those pictures would have said that ain't her. Well, but then you got to remember how all of them Portia came out here on her YouTube channel and said it was an underage girl. So who are we to believe? See, that's what people forgot. I don't know if Kenya filed any type of. I don't think Kenya filed any type of charges or anything on her, but she did go to production, and production said that they didn't have it according to her, but they ended up finding it. Portia came out here and said something totally different as well. Portia said that it was an underage girl. Oh, you was talking about Brit Eady. Brit E. I thought you were talking about Mark Child. I don't know what's going on with her and her husband, child. I don't know what's going on with her husband. But when people was trying to call it that her husband ain't interested in her, she kept saying that people was hating. Not anybody hating on you, girl. So yeah, again, I don't know if Kenya filed proper charges on Brit Eady, but again, I do know that she went to production about what Brit Eady said, and production didn't do anything. And again, instead of taking matters into your own hands, you should have went above. You should have went above them. That's all I'm saying. I'm just not gonna ever risk my I'm just not gonna ever risk my business for a newbie on a reality show that, granted, she threatened Kenya with that pow pow, but I just wouldn't have done what Kenya did. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. But in extra exciting news, Kenya says she's gonna be back on y'all TV screen. She did say that. She said, yes, she's gonna be back on y'all TV screen, so y'all get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. She said she's gonna be back on y'all TV screens. All right, y'all. So let me play this video. The Mr. Tendonism man has confirmed that he has been fired. He says that he is the original Tendonism. Let me tell y'all something. I went over there to that Destination Smokehouse page. Y'all, no, I didn't go over there. I'll tell you what I did. I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw somebody do a review for Destination One in the Nation. Now, Unc has been fired. Tendonism Unc has been fired. And he is doing his own thing according to him. Okay. Now, they're saying that there is a discrepancy between the trademark, etc. Okay. So from my understanding, the lawyer man that went and got the trademark, he can't apparently get the trademark because the white man had already put it in for a trademark. Okay. Now, here's the gag. The gag is that they're wearing his shirts. You have to run it back, Miss Didi. The gag is that on the shirts, it says hashtag Tendonism. They are still wearing those shirts over there. I'm gonna tell y'all my true honest to God opinion. I don't think any of this would have happened if the public didn't do what the public did. Now, I do think that the public, there's some in the public that think they exposed this man. There are some in the public that think that Unc is going to survive a restaurant, etc. I'm going to be honest. Do I think that the white man is a snake? I do. And I think it's fucked up that he fired that man. I do. However, I also think that everything, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down in this. I also think that the internet had a reason, had a fault in this. I do. I'm going to forever say that. Okay. Who is this man? You don't know the Tendonism man, the man that say that the meat falling off the bone and he go to running and not running, but he drop it and can on and stuff like that. You ain't never seen that? You don't know who the Mr. Tendonism man is? So I do think that the white man is absolutely wrong for trademarking this without Unc. Okay, so you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about then, Omar. I do hate the fact that this has happened. I do. I hate that this has happened. I think that this is very snake-like behavior for this white man. And ain't nothing good gonna come to him. Ain't nothing good gonna come to him. Okay. Um, Nitwit, so here's my thing. I don't necessarily think that it was Keith Lee's doing. I think it was the people outside of the Keith Lee effect that caused this to go where it went. Because I think Keith Lee was just doing what Keith Lee normally does, right? I think when we start talking about that $5,000, I don't care what nobody say. I'm not giving nobody $5,000 to hand to nobody else. I'm not doing that. I'm going to put that $5,000 in the hand of the person that I want it to go to. Because the ultimate thing is, they keep saying, "Oh, you were blocking this man's blessing. You were blocking this blessing." No, that to me, that ain't blocking nobody's blessing. I'm not taking $5,000. I don't give a damn if I'm the security guard or if I'm the security guard's manager or who. I don't care. I could be Unc's manager. I don't care. You're not putting $5,000 in my hand to give to nobody, because you're not gonna sit up and lie on me about that $5,000. I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. And when we talking business, we talking tips, we talking all these things, put that money in that man's hand. And if you gotta wait a little bit longer, and that's what I do think. I think that Keith Lee was very impatient. I think Keith Lee thought, and this ain't no shade to Keith Lee because I do like Keith Lee. I think what Keith Lee thought was is when he walked in there, he wanted to get that money to Unc. He thought that Unc was gonna stop doing what he was doing to come talk to Keith Lee. That's what I think Keith Lee thought. I think Keith Lee thought when he walked in there, he thought everything, they know who I am. They know I'm Keith Lee and I got the Keith Lee effect. Because when you keep hearing these people, they keep saying, "Oh, we didn't know who Keith Lee was. We didn't know." That is possible. That is absolutely possible. Just because we know who Keith Lee is doesn't mean that everybody else know who Keith Lee is. Especially Unc. How was we supposed to know that Unc knew who Keith Lee was if Unc don't be on social media like that? How was we supposed to know, or how was Unc supposed to know who Keith Lee was? Chances of the white folks know who Keith Lee was slim to none too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about the situation. I feel like Keith Lee went in there thinking that they knew who he was. He didn't want to wait. He didn't want to have, and maybe he was busy. Maybe he had some other stuff lined up that day. But I think he should have waited. I think he should have waited. Right? I mean, I would have stopped too, but the thing of the matter is that if they were filming a podcast, ain't nobody gonna bust in no podcast room and say, "Hey," especially while they filming. If I was filming a video and somebody did this, girl, I don't see nobody walking into a podcast room if he's recording a podcast. I'm like, say, Keith Lee at the door. He got $5,000 for you, Come on out here and get the $5,000. You know, ain't nobody gonna do that. So I understood what the man said, but the people was saying that the black security guard was trying to take money from Unc too, but he literally said he did not know who Keith Lee was. Keith Lee sends his family in. So this particular day, if I can remember the chain of events correctly, I think he sent his team in first to get food. And then after they did the food video, he went back in and wanted to give Unc the $5,000 is what I think happened. Or he may have went in first this time. I can't really remember off the top of my head. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But it was something like that. Either Keith Lee went in there on his own, or his team went in there to get the food and then came out. Because here's the gag. Here's the gag. I saw this video on TikTok, and it was of Keith Lee blessing a lady that was that had a bakery, right? Come to find out, the bakery that he gave this money to was part of the $5,000 he was gonna give the Unc, because of the fact that Unc wasn't available and this lady was available. She was loading up her car, I think with some baked goods or whatever. And so he ended up blessing her and giving her the money. I appreciate what Keith Lee do because I think it's huge, especially for black owned restaurants and black businesses. It's important. But I do think that Keith Lee thought that those people knew who he was and they didn't. And again, I'm not gonna be okay with you handing me $5,000 and you tell me to give it to Unc. I'm not doing that. I just ain't. You call me what you want to call me. I ain't doing that. Cause you ain't gonna get up here and lie and say I did nothing with that money. Cause you know, folks be quick to call folks scammers and call folks scammers and call folks, you know, stealing money and stuff like that. But they ain't gonna never come back and clear them rumors up. So ain't no way. Hell no. I wouldn't take no $5,000. You judge me. You can say whatever you want to. Ain't no way. Ain't doing it. Yeah, normally he sends his crew in. I can't remember off the top of my head this particular time. I got that video somewhere. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up. But here's my next thing when it comes to Unc. Granted, the white man wrong. The white man is wrong as two left shoes. Regardless of what the public may have done, what they didn't do. The man is wrong. And I need y'all to understand that because what y'all love to do, y'all love to come in my comments and say, nah, Shell, the man was wrong. He fired him. I said that a million times already, girl. Okay? Now, here's what I am going to say. What I don't want to happen is I don't want black folks to try to help this man and then leave him by the wayside and want him to figure out things on his own. And we could say that people ain't gonna let that happen, but we've seen them do it to people. So I am for me, if they gonna help Unc, I hope they help Unc and stay there until Unc don't need no more help, which is probably never gonna happen, right? I want them to treat Unc the good way, like for real, because black people are known. Here's what I mean by that. And for those of you that are business owners, you probably can pick up on what I'm saying. Number one, it's hard to run a restaurant on your own. You practically live at your restaurant. But the second thing is that when people help folks with business, I'm not saying that Unc don't have no business sense, but Unc is very old school. He the type of person that don't talk about money. If Keith Lee did give him a tip, he would never tell you how much it was. We would only know because Keith Lee said what it was. And we have known people to help folks in certain industries, and then it's like if they come out on top, we're no longer interested in helping them. And I just pray that wherever Unc's position is, wherever he is guided, that whoever is helping him does not leave him out to dry. Because it's not easy running a restaurant. It's not. And a lot of people think, I have talked to y'all about overhead costs. It's not just what you can physically see. It's the stuff that you can't see that has a huge overhead cost. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay quarterly taxes. You got to pay yearly taxes. Not only that, you got to pay your staff. And not only that, you got to pay workers' comp. You got to do so much. So for people to think that it's just going to be so easy for this man to start a restaurant business, and you're going to start off on the ground and you got this thing footed and you going, I keep telling y'all, I have a feeling that these people, these rappers and these people that want to help go help for a few months and then they're going to leave that man out to dry. Now, if I'm wrong, I hope that the proof is in the pudding and it shows me that I'm wrong. But there are a lot of hands. Oh, we want to help Unc here. We want to help Unc here. We want to help Unc here. But are y'all going to stay around to really help Unc? Because he going to need it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not saying that everybody is a bad person that may want to help him out. I just hope that they don't leave him out there to dry. I hope they don't leave him out there to figure this stuff out on his own, and then he end up getting in trouble and lose what he got. Because I've seen it happen so many times in the food industry. Y'all don't know the food industry is like it's a headache, bro. Not only that, passing all your inspections, man, it's a lot to think about, and it's just not as simple as people think it is. You just walk in the building and it's a kitchen back there. All you need to do is hire a chef, hire a few staff members, and then you got a restaurant. Hell no. You got to sign contracts with your vendors, with your food vendors, how you get food and stuff like that. I don't want nobody to jip him in that area. Unc is old school. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people focus on the fact that the white man did the man wrong. We already established that. We already established that. What we need to establish now is Unc going to be able to survive in this industry? It's more than, and this is no shade to him, it's more than just tendonism. Why do y'all think y'all see a lot of restaurants that don't be successful? This is why. This is why that they're not successful, because people think, oh, well, you know, if you got a good fan base or you got this, then you're able to maintain a restaurant. How do y'all think all these celebrities restaurants only last for a year or two and then they out in the mud? Cause it ain't easy. And I do think a food truck would be more of a good thing for him, because it won't have him sitting in one space, right? He gets to because they were talking about, they're also talking about developing a show where he goes to these different barbecue spots, and he gives like reviews on these barbecue places. I think that's a wonderful idea. I do. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful idea. But are y'all gonna find the right team to help him out? That's all I want to know. Right? You have to look at food inspections. Yeah, food inspections. Then you got to go through state inspections that not only have to do with food, but have to do with where you're storing your food and all of that kind of stuff. Like all of that stuff is important. And you just can't open up a restaurant and expect that to happen. Again, how many celebrities have we seen that think that their fan base or think that the people gonna keep them in operational business just because their name is on it? No. I mean, it just doesn't work like that. So what happened with the copyright name? Does the lawyer still have the rights to the name? So from my understanding, the lawyer, I don't know why the lawyer would have a hard time reaching out to Mr. Tendonism now, but I think what ended up happening was the lawyer ended up putting in the application, but the white man already trademarked it. He had already put in the application to trademark it. If y'all go over there to their Instagram page, y'all will see that that they selling the merch on the Instagram page that say Tendonism. They literally have, like, the staff, the people that's working the register and stuff, they literally have Tendonism shirts on. It's a hashtag Tendonism on it. Y'all, I told y'all I'm trying to lose these titties. So, honey, I took my apple cider vinegar tea this morning. So basically, what I do is I put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of honey, and a tablespoon of lemon juice together, and I drink that. And y'all, woo, get me going. Get me going, get me going. The lawyer really didn't. No, he didn't. Let me let y'all hear this video real quick. Nope, he sure did.
What I want to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse? No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendonism now. I have to go on my own, so that way I can do what I have to do. So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But I'm finna tenderize the world now.
Yes. Destination Smokehouse filed a fraudulent trademark application with the USPTO for Tendonism under the direction of an attorney. Now, this is my issue with the attorney. We are supposed to do a thorough search prior to filing an application to let the client know, hey, this name is available, or this is a competing application. What?
Destination Smokehouse.
So this is an attorney explaining this. I'm no attorney, so I can't explain this to you. There are trademark attorneys, etc., and stuff out here. I don't know what kind of attorney she is, but she is speaking on the situation. So it looks like, between him and the attorney, the black attorney, they have competing trademark applications.
I'm with Tendonism now. I have to go on my own, so that way I can do what I have to do. So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But I'm finna tenderize the world now.
Yes. Destination Smokehouse filed a fraudulent trademark application with the USPTO for Tendonism under the direction of an attorney. Now, this is my issue with the attorney. We are supposed to do a thorough search prior to filing an application to let the client know, hey, this name is available, or this is a competing application. What do you want to do? We all know that it's first to file who gets priority before an examining attorney in order to determine ownership. Kenneth Harris, who is an attorney, decided that he was going to go and file an application under the USPTO in order to protect Unk's rights. And I'm so glad that he did that because it was the right thing to do. Now, here's the issue. The issue is he's been trying to transfer his application over to Unk, but has been unsuccessful in getting in contact with him. I wonder fucking why. He is the rightful owner of Tendonism, not Destination Smokehouse. What's even more concerning with this owner, and so he is making it seem like, and I posted all the videos to show you that he has said repeatedly they are partners, they are this, they are that. Guess what? You did it to be sneaky. You did it to be conniving. You did it to be a thief. You did it exactly how your ancestors did. Used to steal because you all did not have a creative bone in your body. I went and did the research. I went and checked the receipts, and the receipts are real. You can't go and undo anything at this point because I already got it. So, thankfully, there are people like me, there are people like Attorney Harris who have checked the temperature and saw that your temperature was hot and hot to steal from a black man. You ain't been an ancient mama, Unk. You are literally taking advantage of Unk. Make no mistake. I know exactly what I need to do to put the USPTO on notice of your fraudulent application because it's under felony and perjury. Criminal charges can come for you lying on a USPTO application. Civil remedies can come from you lying on a USPTO application. And the fact that you did this under direction of an attorney is even more concerning. Y'all better go and make this right because either way, you won't be owning this name without.
Okay, so the problem is that the white man is saying that he owns the name Tendonism, and he don't. So that's why she's saying that he lied. He lied about this. And I again, I'm no trademark attorney, but I would assume that they got a good case if there's evidence. There's evidence all over the world, literally, about coming up with Tendonism. So I don't know, man. I think all around, I think that white man, nothing good coming to them. Believe that. I believe that restaurant gonna suffer. I believe that a lot of stuff is gonna happen with this trademark stuff. But I do think that because we got to remember this trademark stuff didn't happen until after Keith Lee went there. It didn't happen till like a month or so after Keith Lee went there. I believe it happened weeks after Willie D interviewed Unk and the white man. You know what I'm saying? So now, as far as yesterday, when I went over here to their page, they still had it up. Hold on. Okay, Destination Smokehouse. He still got Unk on here. Oh, barely though. Nah, he still got Unk on here. He still got Unk on here, and I do think they need to take him off. If he's not there, they need to take him off. Yeah, it sounds a mess with this trademark name. I think with the because I think that lawyer is in Houston. I think with the Houston lawyer, the black lawyer that tried to help him, hey Queen Sage, that tried to help him, tried to do the name, there was a competing application put in like maybe a day before or something like that. But yeah, that trademark back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Y'all, that stuff can be in litigation for years. In case y'all didn't know that. Trademarking can be in litigation for years before they make a decision on certain stuff. So yeah. You never win when you play. That's it. You never win when you play dirty. They still got this man over there on a Instagram, y'all. Now that I ain't here for. Take that man off y'all Instagram if y'all are no longer associated with him. But see, I know why y'all ain't gonna do it. Y'all ain't gonna do it because y'all don't want people to know that that he is let go. Yeah, sometimes trademarking can be in litigation for years. Mm-hmm. Look at Giselle, Robin, and Eminem. They've been in trademark litigation for what, 3 years now, 4 years. I think they had their podcast almost 4 years now, or right at 4 years. Absolutely. And then I know of a lady here in Dallas that has been through. She has been going through her trademark thing for about 7 years now. I know she was going through trademark when I first moved to Dallas. I moved to Dallas oh shit, I've been in Dallas for longer than 10 years now. I've been in Dallas 11 years. So it's been a long time. That owner will slowly remove him after this slowdown. I hope so. Get him off y'all page. He don't need to be on y'all page. And don't do it slowly. Do it very fast. Do it just as fast as you fired that man. Mm-hmm. Do it just as fast as you fired him. Didn't they have the same issue on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City with trademark and stuff this season? You know what? I don't know because I checked out of Salt Lake City after the second episode, child. Speaking of Salt Lake City, let's just keep our prayers. Let's keep our prayers up for Mary. Mary says she's gonna go ahead and film season 7 of the show. I think that's huge of Mary, but I also think Mary, please. I know you ain't gonna never hear this, but Mary, take you some time to grieve, please. That's your only son. And maybe she feels like if she works, because I know a lot of people grieve differently, and people feel like sometimes if they work, it helps them through the process. But I also hope that she gets the right therapy and counseling. I know people like Mary probably don't consider counseling because, you know, she's really deep in the church and stuff like that. But you know, I feel for Mary in this situation. I think she did everything she could with her son, and it's just sad. It's really sad. It's really sad, man. I never got into Salt Lake City, but I remember Mary so sad about her son. Yeah, I hated to hear that about her son because, again, I know that she tried everything that she could. That scene that they had last season or the season before, the most touching scene that I've ever seen in housewife history. Yeah. That was the most touching scene that I've ever seen in housewife history when she was talking to her son about supporting him, but not supporting his habit. And that was huge. That was super huge. So prayers out to Mary and her family as they navigate this. And I'm glad all the hush hush about that documentary, that cult documentary, I'm glad it's over with right now. Let that lady focus on grieving. Because regardless of how we feel about her, grieving is always a process. And so I just pray that she gets through it. I really do. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm out of here. If you guys would like to be a blessing to the platform, hold on. Let me take an offering and let me do my church announcements real quick. Okay, it is 8:27. All right, can we get 7 people to be a blessing here on the channel? $8.27 over to the Catch app. It's on the screen, honey. It's on the screen. Okay, hold on. Let's get these announcements in. All right, first and foremost, the Reality TV Starlight Awards voting ends this week. Voting is over on Thursday. Y'all go vote for your faves, okay? My show, Hotline Bling Chat Room, is also nominated, so y'all go vote for Hotline Bling Chat Room as well. We'd love to take that award. You know what I'm saying? You know, we love to have that. But there are so many people that are nominated. Really B, L Teddy, Eady, the Chasing Reality platform, Real Life Reality. There are so many different podcasts that are nominated and panels that are nominated. Whether you like it or not, panel. I know some of y'all like that panel. Y'all go vote. Go vote, go vote, go vote. If you guys watch Chasing, you got the Chasing panel. You have several people that are in the running for this. Now, I do want to let you guys know. I was on the phone with. I do have to call the hotel today to get another printout as far as the rooms being secured. There are. Hold on. As of yesterday, there are. As of yesterday, there are 38 rooms remaining. 38 rooms remaining. Okay. So if you guys have not gotten your hotel and you do plan on coming to Houston, please go ahead and book your hotel room so that you're not looking crazy, because the prices are going to change because of the World Cup. Okay. Keep that in mind. Prices are going to change because of the World Cup. So you might want to jump on this very soon. Even though the World Cup doesn't start until the weekend afterwards, hotels already hike up their prices because they know people are trying to kind of race into the city. So again, make sure you get your hotel. Let's see here. Okay, we have CreatorCon. All right, we have CreatorCon that is happening on Friday of the award show. This is CreatorCon for anybody who sells products. I don't care if you sell hair care products, you sell necklaces, perfumes, colognes, candles, hairspray, coconut oil, African soap, clothes, whatever it is, whatever it is, y'all make sure that y'all sign up to be a vendor at CreatorCon, and CreatorCon is going to be free to the public. Okay. And I promise y'all today is the last day. I'm not playing these games with y'all. I promise y'all today is the last day. I actually got it scheduled to be the discount code to be cut off at midnight tonight. Okay. If you have not gotten your oils, your seasonings, or your barbecue sauce, go ahead and order them now. We do need a total of 5 more orders. So y'all go ahead and order it. Again, this last day, use the code SHOPBLACK16, okay, at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. And the bundles are still marked down $15. So make sure you take advantage of that. Okay, what else we got? Next Sunday, we will be cooking. Okay, next Sunday we will be cooking. I don't know what's on the menu just yet. Yesterday we had a successful class. We did steak, pasta, and salad. We had fun yesterday. So make sure that you sign up and use this QR code to sign up. All right. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but I did do a cooking video yesterday. $1 million lasagna rolls. If you have not seen that video, please go to my videos tab. It is the first video. If y'all could comment on that video, hype it up, do whatever you can to support your boy, and we're gonna go from there. Chef, are you going to do a cookbook? So I am going to do a cookbook. but it's going to be a different type of cookbook. But yeah, I am going to do a cookbook. I've actually been working on this cookbook for the last like 2 years. The premise of the cookbook is going to be really dope. But let me just tell y'all this really quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. We are getting ready to go back on tour, okay? And the tour is just a little bit different this time around. So what's going to end up happening on this particular tour? I now have a videographer as well as, you know, of course, I have my cameras for production as well. But on this tour, we are going to be filming live cooking segments that will also have a live audience. So let's just say on a Thursday night, you like, let's just go out and see what is in the city. Okay, we'll be there in the city, in different cities. The announcement will be made this week, but we'll be in different cities, and we're looking for a small, intimate crowd, like 25 people, and you'll be able to watch us cook live. Not only will you be able to watch us cook live, but you will also be able to. I need you to email me about not being sent the correct link yesterday cooking show. I'm definitely gonna have to check into that because I can't control the link, because once the calendar link, once it sends it out, I don't know what happened. So I will check into that today. Not sure what happened there. Um, should have definitely sent you the right link. I don't think anybody else had any problems, but I'll definitely look into it. Back to the tour. So we're going to be going to different cities, and we'll have a guest in each city, and we'll be cooking live for you guys to take the live experience, and then also too you'll be able to eat afterwards what we have cooked, and we'll be able to network, fellowship, do all of the things as well. So that's going to be on the tour. So y'all stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Also keep Neff in y'all prayer as well. We do have a doctor's appointment today, so we're just praying that all things go well. Be on the lookout for my email, Adrian, and to anybody else that ever, if you ever have any issues, so email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Promise you, as soon as I can, with the information. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great, great, great Monday. Don't let the people get to you today down to the job, child, because they will try. Y'all know they will try. All right. So with that being said, I will make sure that I Mr. Adrian, give me a few minutes. Let me finish getting nephew ready, and then I will respond to your email. Everybody else, y'all have an amazing day. Hit that like button. Make sure y'all go over to the videos tab and watch the video from yesterday. All right. I think y'all like that concept a lot better. It's more interactive than just putting a video up of me cooking. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good day, and I will be sure to talk to you all later. Peace, y'all.